Look at
Is he hot?
no. It's some weirdo dude. He just friended me. Next thing you know, he's waving at me on Messenger and then like sending me. He just sent me a video. I'm not opening it.
It's all.
3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2.5 Amigos. God, these guys are loco. If you're looking for a responsible, mature podcast, this ain't it. If you're looking for a lot of drinking, random nonsense, stunts, and shenanigans, you've hit the jackpot. It's the 2.5 Amigos with your hosts, Albert, Scott, and Mark.
Welcome to the show, Scott and Albert.
Hey, what's up, dog?
Yo, what's up?
No, Yeah About That joins us today for a special episode.
Yeah, about that's in the building. How's everybody doing? Marcus, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm kind of sweating.
Yeah, I know you got an agenda behind why we're here, right?
I do.
Yes.
So, Paco volunteered after I told him that we were going to do the world's hottest gummy bear. So at the end of this episode, we are definitely going to be doing Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear.
Let me just say that I'm not going to be doing it, but Paco and Marcus is going to be doing it. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? I think we should work ourselves up to it. What do you say we do these hot sauces throughout the episode just to work us up?
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
Are you guys
I got
on
a
board
little-
with that?
I got
Yeah, I'm
chips
down with
here,
it.
so we can just dab it on a chip, not make a pool of it like Scott did
Yeah.
the last time we did hot sauce.
when he almost died.
Yes.
That was a year ago. Can you believe that?
Was it a year ago?
Or was
Yeah.
it 2 years ago?
No,
No,
it was
it
a
wasn't
year.
2
It had to be a
years
year.
I don't remember.
Because we just had our year anniversary not that long ago with the show.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That was almost the last episode for you guys.
No. So shortly after you guys started, that's when we came in and gave Scott a deadly dose of some Dave's Insanity hot sauce. Now that one was rated at 750,000 Scoville. What are we looking at with the little nitros?
9 million Scoville units.
Oh,
man.
okay. You know what? That's a little bit more than I.
Have you ever tried that much?
You know, I wish I didn't ask that question. You know, because I'm gonna have to end up doing it either way.
Yeah.
Oh man, but you know, I feel more comfortable knowing that Mark's gonna do it as well. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's just get right into it. No.
No. Let's start it off.
Okay.
man.
Well, it's been a while since
Yeah.
you guys have been on the show. It's been a while since we've really hung out. So what's going on with Yeah About That? What's going on? I see some new things changing. You guys are upgrading some stuff. What's up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You want to start or you want me to start?
I'll start with the logistics.
Okay.
And then you start with the specs. Okay, so what happened is we didn't really know which way to take the podcast, what direction we really wanted to go. I mean, we're more music oriented, so we was like, hey, you know what? Why don't we do album reviews? Okay, that's cool, but we don't want to put it on the main podcast. I don't know. So what we're doing now is we have a podcast. Our main podcast drop on Sunday. That's with Rachel's food review. That's with my little cousin. That's just talking podcasts and stuff like that. And then throughout the week, Wednesday and Friday, we got album reviews, like classic. Whatever people find classic to them, we'll have them on and talk about it. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
now we're more frequent with it.
Yeah?
Yeah, much more frequent with it.
Well, I know you guys were like doing like a bi-weekly thing, so now it's like weekly almost every day.
Yeah.
Well, and the main reason why we changed that, and the reason why we did the bi-weekly, we said we're going to do it every other week, was because we were doing skits. So it's like, it was so hard to come up with all this content to fill up all that time, like every single week. So we were all like, okay, let's go ahead and we'll just wait a week, get some ideas together, you know, maybe record throughout that whole time, so that way we can fill out a show.
Yeah.
And it was just really hard to just have freestyle skits and ad-libbing and pretty much improv, like, on the spot every single week. So then we were still doing that, but then we wanted to do, like, some music, put more music into it. So that's when we got doing album reviews. We'd do a little segment in the show. Towards the end, we had some artists on there and everything. And then we're like, you know what? This is what we've been doing. We did that in the past, in our past podcast from, like, a decade plus back.
Yeah.
We used to just do music. So we're like, you know what? Let's review the music. And that's where we kind of transformed to where we're at now. More of a long-form talking versus skits. I mean, we always have comedy in it, so it's not going to go away. It's just we don't have skits versus
Do you guys consider yourself a comedy podcast?
Yeah, always.
Still? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're not comedians, you know.
No, none of us are comedians.
By
but
any means.
what made you guys do the food reviews too, though?
We're fat.
No, my cousin is fat. And then she was like, hey, man, let's go eat here.
Shouts out to Rachel.
This. She's always got opinions on food, very strong opinions on food. And then we're like, why don't we record this? And she's like, I'm down. Whatever. She's, she is how she is. And we're like, okay, that's cool. Let's do it,
Yeah.
And so, that's where that came from. And then her son came along. And then now, next thing you know, they're both on. They're both regulars.
Okay.
I think they're part of the cast now.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, me and Paco will always be on every single episode, and they'll be on at least 90%. Like, there's just been maybe a few episodes they haven't been on, but yeah, they're part of their family, so they're always down to do stuff with us. Just life happens. So
when will there be more gang wars?
Gang wars? Oh, you know what? I think right now the climate for gang wars is not fitting. With the coronavirus and all, you don't really want to get into gang fights with open wounds and things of that nature.
I'm not connecting the dots. So you're telling me that Anonymous A isn't going to be?
No, he might spark that again if we could get if we could get the other gang leader to beef with them. I'm sure we can make it happen.
Yeah,
all right.
We'll spark something to happen. We'll do a drive-by and then shout out something.
Yeah, also I think we've moved skits to the album reviews, to after the album review.
Yeah.
Because just the album review alone is cool, but we had a little extra at the end of everyone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So skits are still there.
So a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of, but there are some podcasters that listen to the show as well.
Uh-huh.
You guys recently went through some upgrades.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that with the equipment you're using and what's going on with your equipment?
Yeah, to help these podcasters that are listening, right?
Yeah, at least there's like one, at least.
Should we look into the camera?
Yes.
Okay. I don't, no one can tell if you're looking to or away or at them.
I wore these so you wouldn't see me cry after consuming this.
Oh, you're going to cry.
I don't want to think about it. Go ahead, Jay, tell us what kind of microphones and things of that nature. He's the pro audio side.
You guys even did microphones too.
Yeah, everything's pretty much updated. So right now we're using, and I actually just got these mics about a week ago. We're using the Sennheiser E835s.
Okay.
They're about $99 each. They're dynamic mics. They're like stage mics essentially. So, and as far as podcasting goes, I mean, there's two different types of mics. There's condenser mics and dynamic mics. So condenser mics, those are like the studio mics. Those pick up a lot. You can like hear, things all around in the environment in the studio. I mean, like if there's a car passing outside, you probably pick it up. Whereas dynamic is more like focused, and it only picks up really what's in front of it. So we're using dynamic mics, so that way, we don't have to worry about anything else going in the background, kids running around, TV's on, and all that. It just picks up our vocals. So that's the first thing.
Our lovely trailer park next to us and the pool that they're all playing in right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't even hear that. You see, I can hear my voice, but I can't hear them.
Exactly.
These are smart mics.
Yeah, these are dynamic mics as well, right?
Yeah,
they are.
So,
yes.
Yeah, so that's why you get that.
Yeah, that is very loud.
You guys did more than microphones.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I had to check. I didn't know what was going on.
It's nothing, Jay.
Okay. Well, yeah. So So microphones was the first thing.
These mics work with and without your headphones.
Yes,
you can't
they do.
hear anything once you take them off.
I know.
I don't. I just heard that right now. We also upgraded our cables because your cables are important. Like you can buy the cheap stuff, but we got the Mogami. They're higher end cables, like guaranteed for life type deal. So that also helps. So the clarity's already there because of the microphones. Now the main piece of equipment that we got is the Rodecaster Pro. Now this is essentially its own unit by itself, standalone. So you don't need a computer or anything. I mean, you can use that for editing and such, but just to record straight into, the Rodecaster Pro has 4 channels in, so you can hook up 4 microphones, has 4 channels out for headphones, so everyone gets a headphone. Really easy, compact, doesn't take up too much space on the table.
Yeah.
And then there's the coolest thing I like about it, it has these pads, so you can actually load sounds into them. So there's preset sounds like audience clapping, laughing, just little things in there. But you can program your own sound. So if you wanted to, say put a certain sound effect when someone says something. You can program in that and just hit it whenever, bam.
Yeah, we call those drops in the industry. It got a bunch of drops you could program. It got like 3 pages worth of them, things like that. I feel like we're boring them to death with the specs. I don't know if you like.
This is for the one person that was listening.
Podcast,
One
so
podcast.
All right,
one podcast.
Continue.
And that's it. No, so I mean, as far as the that's the equipment. We also got a newer laptop just because the computer we were using is like over a decade old, and it was getting so hard to edit in there, so slow and painstakingly long process that we upgraded that. So now we can process things faster. Which leads me to the next point. We also are doing video now.
Oh yes.
YouTube.
Make sure you guys check us out on YouTube. Type in about that, and you'll find us, man. We got I think we got 1 episode up right now.
Yes,
I'll
full
put
episode.
I'll put the link in.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and
You guys check it out.
we still have a few more things we're going to be upgrading here and there, and that the one thing we haven't gotten upgraded yet is the camera, but we got the ability to film, so the quality's still really good, but later on we're going to upgrade that to another level. So
Yeah.
but everything's new. We're going to do video skits eventually. We're going to have some funny stuff on there.
Yeah.
All the food we eat you're going to see eventually, and
Eventually, we're gonna eat it on camera. I
Yeah.
hope. I mean, I really don't like hearing people eat on the microphone.
but I like watching them eat it.
But I mean, I don't even know if I like that whole idea. Maybe we should just eat and then we'll talk about this later.
Okay,
this
we're
is not.
Oh
We're all trying to figure this out.
no, there's a tiff in
No,
the podcast.
I'm just saying I don't like watching people
Okay,
eat
yeah,
or
about
hearing
that.
people eat.
I'm
It's
off.
disgusting to me. Well, at least we got
that played out better in my mind.
Do you watch any of the spicy? We're about to do spicy things, so do you watch
Yeah.
any of the spicy videos? So I mean, they're technically eating
Yeah,
on
but
camera.
spicy noodles.
I don't hear them
spicy-
too much. I hear a little smack here and there,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
no.
think
So it's
the way I
them
eat.
actually eating.
yes, they
is
eat
driving
more
you
civilized
nuts.
than me.
Okay.
They're
No,
able-
I'm a loud eater too. Like
yeah,
my wife constantly. Can you chew with your mouth closed? Yes.
Yeah, no.
That coupled with heavy breathing, it's like
Yeah, no, dude. I know me and Jay probably don't sound the best when we eat.
Okay,
Yeah.
talking about food, did you guys notice that Krispy Kreme is doing Rick and Morty themed donuts in Australia?
No, I hadn't.
No.
I hadn't. No. I got a correspondent in Australia. His name is Gene. He's probably watching. What's up? Shout out to Gene. Make sure you go out to Krispy Kreme and take pictures and stuff.
It's not what the fuck is that guy's name?
Oh, Muggsy.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Muggsy, man. What's up, Muggsy? I see you, man. I'm waiting for that diss track.
the pod. He's the
Just waiting for
podcast
the-
network raper.
No.
Man, he ran through a podcast like nothing, huh?
Yep. No
What'd you guys think of him?
I don't like to think of him, but
You
look,
still put him on your show.
I did, but I didn't realize till after, and
Yeah.
we were like debating.
Yeah.
You know what? He's a kid, probably.
Speaking of people from Australia, we recently had in one of our episodes Dave Chaffee from the Man Brain podcast on our show.
Oh, really?
And from Australia, we asked him similar questions that we did ask Muggsy.
Yeah.
Is Australia real?
Yeah.
So we're getting more and more confirmation that it is actually real.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
and
good.
so we know Gene, so I think collectively we know about 3 people
Yeah.
from Australia.
That's enough to represent a continent.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
also I listened to
What if all 3 of them are brainwashed?
Isn't what's his name like Hugh Jackman from Australia?
oh, I don't know.
Supposedly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he is, but
Yeah.
supposedly.
That's what the government tells
Yeah.
us. Yeah. Oh, okay, we see right through it.
That's what Marvel tells us. Well, I mean, they are the government now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're actually Canadians that are just acting like they're Australian. Like just, I don't know. That's what I feel like.
They're
Australians are
from the
Canadians.
hot part of Canada.
Yeah, or something. That's what I feel.
Yeah, man. I guess you got your right to think that, but I don't really think about Australia that much.
No?
No, not really.
Well, I mean, now that we have the coronavirus, there's no reason to think
Oh,
of them with their fires and
I
such.
forgot about the coronavirus.
Me too.
You guys want to talk about it?
Well, today Arizona put out a state of emergency Our
God.
lovely governor, Doug
Oh
Ducey.
my God.
State of emergency.
We officially have 9 confirmed cases, supposedly,
Okay.
here in Arizona.
And-
So, I mean, that's an epidemic. The world is ending.
Yeah.
Our faces will melt off at one point.
You know,
Birds will peck our eyes out.
Can I say something real quick? If you guys are afraid of the coronavirus, unsubscribe from 2.5 Amigos right now.
Don't do that. Don't fucking listen to him.
Also,
No.
unsubscribe from Yeah About That if you
Oh,
are
go
subscribed.
ahead and do that, but
Yes.
come over to
'Cause I don't
ours and
want you as a
subscribe.
fan.
Yeah.
Log off right now.
They're all logged off right
Okay.
now.
Oh, we just lost all our views.
Oh, man.
Yes, every single one.
Great.
Of them.
Okay, good. Now we have the real ones here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny about with Facebook Live and things like that? I know you guys are uploading to YouTube. The views come after the fact.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's always
It's
that.
usually never when things go live for some reason.
It's like, oh no, I don't want to get a shout out. I better back out.
Yeah, exactly. Like they don't want to be called out or whatever. Because that happens often on podcasts.
Yeah.
Trust me, if you watch us live, I will ignore you the entire episode.
Unless it's me. He will,
Oh no, I'll roll Paco under the bus.
No, you know, if Albert's here, then I'll get acknowledgement.
So you know what? I did actually. I called you. See, I need to stop drinking while I do this show. I called you the other day, one of our episodes, and I asked you a simple question.
Uh-huh.
I asked you, how do you spell the letter W?
Oh, W. Yeah, that's.
You remember that?
Yes, I remember that. It was such a debacle. I was like, what's going on, man?
Yeah. I saw this on post recently as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys were live, and I wasn't able to watch for some reason. I think I was watching prior to that question,
Yes.
and then I had logged off, and then I get the call. And I'm
However, got you on the phone,
Yes.
asked you to spell it,
like, yeah,
and we still couldn't figure it out. And then, me and Joe Audio got into a little thing on Facebook about
Yes.
it, going back and forth.
and someone else's thread.
Yeah. That's the best part.
Those are always the best. Facebook
Yes, Michael
interactions.
Cordoza, who we both have had on, it
Yes.
was on his thread. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
I've been on his podcast, fortunately, and it was pretty fun, man. I liked it from on the show. Subscribe to them if you can. If not, then
You keep dropping other podcasts, so
Yeah.
let's get into who you guys listening to lately.
okay. Like, let's do a pods on deck.
Yes,
All
Pods
right.
on Deck.
Pods
let's go.
on deck.
Jay, you can start it off. I want you to start it off. What, like anything you've heard this week?
This week? Okay, so generally I don't really listen to too many podcasts unless Paco tells me to listen to it. But actually the most recent podcast I've listened to is the Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Conan Needs a Friend.
Conan Needs a Friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who was his guest?
So
Oh,
you listen to more of the Syndicate ones then, I'm assuming.
kind of like I also listen to like Legion of Skanks. I mean they're on the Gas Digital Network, so pretty big network. But
Yeah.
that one, sometimes Tinfoil Hat. Like I don't really listen to a lot. Like I don't really go out and look for them unless I'm listening to or looking for the show for our show. But
Okay.
I don't really like listen to anything.
Now you brought up Tinfoil Hat. What do you think of the most recent debacle that's been going on with Shafir?
Oh, Ari. He pretty much killed his career, right?
Yeah, he did.
Dude, he was working that Jew hour for like over a year and a
Yeah.
half, and then he was about to tape it
Like a month before, right?
this month. He was
Yeah.
he was supposed to tape it this month and release it, but that whole
He kind of
Kobe
blackballed
Bryant
himself.
thing happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
What were your guys' thoughts on his actions with Kobe Bryant?
I thought it was stupid. It didn't sound like a joke, but you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
still got to defend that free speech, man. You
Yes, it is free speech.
know? Let him say what he wants. That's his fault.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really that funny. Like
What-
I could see the joke he was trying to make,
Yeah.
but I mean, it wasn't like comedy that I laughed at. But his troll level was, you know, he loves to be a troll.
For those, I'm not condoning what he said or did
Me
or anything
either.
like that, but if
Yeah.
you guys, not that you need to know him, but he clearly puts it out there that he is a major troll, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the fact that he did it is not surprising
Not at all.
No.
at all for those that actually know
Yeah,
how his humor,
exactly.
what he's about, things
Yep.
like that. But the fact that he did it, the way he handled it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he shot himself in the foot.
yeah.
He even lost.
Not like we're anybody on his level or anything
No.
like to dictate or say
No.
any, but Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You know, he even lost some like real comedy fans because prior to that, remember that whole debacle with Bert Kreisler,
Yeah.
and he drugged him, and people are
Chrysler.
like, "Not even cool, bro. Not even cool." People got offended by that. So,
They did get offended
Yeah.
by that.
So this was like the final straw for them to be like, "Oh well, see, this guy's a bad person."
I haven't seen that Segura, Kreischer, or Rogan have had anything to do with Shafir since the Kobe thing.
They pretty much ignored it, and you know, not everybody wants to hear their take on it, but no.
Yeah,
No one's-
they're
no
not going
one's-
to touch that.
Oh, fuck no.
Because,
Legion of Skanks had him on the very next week.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they really?
but they didn't say nothing about
They
it.
didn't say anything
They didn't
about
even
it.
mention it.
No.
Yeah, and then the week after that, they had him on again. Yeah, he's been on a couple of times after that, but you know what? In recent weeks, no.
Who was Legion of Skanks? That's
Louis J. Gomez,
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
J. Okerson, and Dave Smith.
Dave Smith, yeah.
That's one of my
Okerson though. He's pretty offensive in his
favorites. He is the most offensive.
He's hilarious.
so he
though.
doesn't even care then.
No.
at
Yeah.
that point. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no. We're going to actually see him, the first week of April. He's going to
Yeah,
be coming
man.
down here.
Oh,
Big
Roll
Jay
with us.
Okerson.
Let's get some drops, man, for the shows.
So when you guys do actually get the drops from these semi-famous comics or famous comics, are you holding them at like knife point? Like how are you getting the drop?
I got a good grip on the balls.
Yeah.
So if they try to run, it's going to hurt them.
Relax, Tony Soprano.
I'm sorry.
No, that was backstage. He wasn't even talking about the drops yet.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I was talking about the drop.
Okay,
Ouch.
no, you just ask him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just ask them. Like, I mean, we do buy merchandise, so it's not like we're standing in line just asking for the drop. But we do buy merchandise, but we support these people as well.
Yeah.
So it's no thing to buy merchandise.
Yeah.
And then when we're there, we just, hey, can you do a drop for the show? Bust out the recorder. They record it. Bam, you're out.
Yeah, you know.
Bam, you are out.
Yep.
It's best to wait to the end of the line because we went to the Dave Attell one and we was at the front of the line and because I wanted an Insomniac shirt
Yeah.
and then so I was like not gonna wait and if they sell out or whatever. So we were at the front. It didn't work out in our favor. He kind of just like, oh yeah, whatever, gave us a drop real quick.
I feel like he's moved past Insomniac. Like he's still that person,
Yeah.
but it's just like
Yeah.
that was such a good show.
It was the best show.
It was because like it's all the things he could get into, and all
Yeah.
he was doing was traveling to gigs,
Yeah.
and then going and seeing what the
Recording
nightlife
afterwards,
is.
yeah.
Yes, like
Dude, yeah, I used to watch that in high school, so it's near and dear to me.
Yeah.
But he's like 15 years later, I finally got the shirts out. So, yeah.
I mean, I feel like a show like that could succeed now, like with the internet and everything.
without
he
a
could
doubt.
do it on YouTube.
Yeah,
He could,
He could.
know?
and it would.
But he's
it
probably
would
too old.
survive.
Probably goes to sleep right after the show.
But he could easily get
Wait,
sponsorship.
you know what I realized about YouTube, which I'm actually starting to look into, is that these YouTubers that are semi-famous on YouTube, they're starting to make money on Amazon Prime. Like all they're doing is moving their content from one channel to the next,
Yeah.
and they're making money off of Amazon paying them for doing it.
Oh wow! So it's like
That's insane.
Dang.
yeah. So that's just like the new YouTube, is it?
Essentially, if it's on YouTube, you can find it there.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So put the Prime link up instead of the YouTube link to get more listens and more.
I'm not saying that because the Amazon Prime is selective on who's there.
Yeah.
But all of the same content. The way I found out all of this is my son has been intrigued in watching video games, people playing through
Yeah.
the video game.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids there.
Specifically, Mario's Odyssey. Game that came out in like, I don't know, 15, I think, or something. It's a few
Yeah.
years
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
It's still
I'm familiar.
a huge hit on the Switch. And so he somehow stumbled across, because we have Prime, stumbled across this one gamer that just plays the walkthrough. So we watched it or whatever. And so I'm all like, okay, well, I see, he's did this one. I want to see what else he has, because he's fairly children appropriate with how he plays games.
Yeah.
And so I just like Googled him, and all of a sudden his YouTube channel came up, millions of hours of content from this guy. And then I go to Amazon Prime later that day once I got home, all of it's there on Prime.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can't get on Prime without being like, they have to pay you to get on Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be legit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
You don't.
Like,
You don't just get.
yeah.
You don't just get on Prime.
It's not all access.
It's not pulling from YouTube. they're putting their content somehow.
Yeah, they're purchasing the rights for whatever has essentially to sell it.
That's ridiculous.
That is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to your son for finding that out. You know, because I would have never thought.
For
to look
4
at
years old, he is extremely smart.
that.
Yeah,
Smarter than I am.
Tech savvy.
and like maybe it's because I feel old, or we're all like at least over 30 for sure. It's like, man, like I don't really understand how these people can just play games or whatever they're doing on YouTube to become YouTube famous.
Yep.
And then start making all this money. Like I don't understand what all that is.
All it is dedication and tons and tons of videos, dude. You have to do a lot of content.
Also,
otherwise, they'll forget about you.
Have Michael Cordoza do all your YouTube advertising. He somehow has a niche, and it's...
Oh, my God.
He knows the process.
Shout out to Michael Cardoza again.
and we mentioned his podcast too, the From Under Show.
All
right, so back to the topic that we were on.
What was
Pods
that?
on Deck.
Pods on Deck.
Got steered off. Yeah. All right, so Syndicate podcast? You named a few. What are some indie podcasts? That's my bread and butter. Some indie ones.
Oh,
you have to go to Paco for that one.
Yeah.
I don't listen to podcasts at all. Like not even a little bit.
I figure.
I'm joking. I like 2.5 Amigos. Those guys are cool. I like what they're doing. Yep. They know how to speak.
Let me give you a couple.
I was like, what are you? No, they know how to speak. They know what time it is. You don't got to remind them. They do the episodes.
No, we know. We have no idea what time it is. Thank you for that. With much love.
You create the illusion that you know what time it is. Okay. So I mean that keeps it pushing. They're consistent. They're not lazy like a bunch of bums. They try to just do a podcast. Oh, let's do a podcast. I think we're funny. Next thing you know, they do 10 episodes and they're done. They're done. They're finished. Where did they go?
I will be honest with you. That is exactly how we started.
Yeah, but you guys were consistent enough.
Yeah, but you kept going. That's all that matters.
That's all it is.
I think we're funny. Let's start a podcast.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, everyone thinks they're funny.
Scott is really funny. I really like. Shout out to Scott.
He's got dry sense of humor. A lot of people like him.
Yeah, I do. I like him a lot. He's probably my go-to.
Albert's not you guys' go-to?
No, I like to steal jokes from Scott. I like to watch Scott. You know, I also like hyperbole. You know, those dudes are cool.
Yes.
Stefan, shout out Stefan, Eric, and Rand. I just recently came across 1, 2, 3 jokes. It's pretty funny. You know, it seems very hard to come up with jokes. You know, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that podcast.
No, I'm not.
No.
Well, basically what they do is they get 3 stories from the news, and then they got to make 3 jokes about each, and then they go around like a round table, making 3 jokes on each story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they got to like come up with it, and then they got like a judge who judges who had the best jokes.
Oh, that's kind of tight.
So it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. You know, I heard the latest one with Stefan and Eric, and it was very enjoyable. Make sure you guys check them out. I don't know them, but you know what? I plug them because I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's just through hyperbole. You know what I mean?
Another one that you guys have been on. Well, we both have been on it.
Yeah.
You guys are getting more friendly with them than we are, though.
Yeah, we have a few episodes actually coming out in the future that we have them.
Yep, we do what we do.
Yep.
Yeah. What's another one? From Under Show, we just shouted out Michael and Travis.
Again.
Shout out, man. Yeah, check them out for sure. What's another one? I know I'm drawing a blank. If I could pull up, can I look at my phone?
Yeah.
I
have
don't
my
like
phone right next to me. Like
it's just podcast etiquette.
Yeah.
I don't like to pull up my phone unless, you know, I'm not on the podcast.
We've been criticized live while with one of us being on our phone. They're like, "Oh wow, you can tell this podcast went to shit."
Yeah.
One of them's on their phone.
Yeah, no.
For whatever reason.
We're just trying to fill up time now.
Yeah, tons of podcasts. I really don't want to shout out too many more.
We shouted out like all the ones that we all have a connection with some way, shape, or another.
Because I believe in those podcasts.
Okay, so networking is a big thing for those that are actually podcasters listening to this. That one person, Ben from Small Town Mentality.
Oh, another Arizona. Small Town Mentality. My worst holiday. You know, I've heard them once or twice.
That they're actually from Wisconsin, where I grew up.
But another Arizona podcast I like is the Doug Stanhope podcast. That one's pretty huge, but you know, I do listen to a lot of podcasts. You know,
We need to start getting we need to start going and networking with the other podcasts. It seems like there's a big group of Arizona people.
Yeah, a bunch of haters that have not hit me up.
They're not haters.
But they're losers. I'm just saying, work with me.
They're not winning.
But I'm joking.
Networking definitely helps a lot because not only does it benefit you to have them on your show, a guest, have incoming content, but it also helps them, to reach out to you guys, and then you could just reciprocate the favor back.
Exactly.
Go on their show, give them content.
It's easy. It's easier when you got more people working together.
Well, I'll be honest with you too. I started another podcast that's geared towards my real estate career.
Yeah, I see. I haven't heard it because I'm not a real estate guy.
It might be above your level.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I mean, no. Yeah, actually, it's pretty it's pretty educational for those that are interested or want to learn about real estate. But what I've noticed is we've networked with a few of some big dogs here in Arizona, and then a big podcast that's based out of Austin, and it's taken me a little bit by surprise.
Oh wow! So
there's niche markets, you just find one.
So you're saying I could listen to your podcast, your real estate podcast, and maybe learn a thing or two.
You could.
Oh wow! I need to do that because I felt intimidated. Like, oh, this is only for real estate boys. All you guys that don't got your license, please don't subscribe. That's the feeling I got.
Oh, okay.
Very intimidated.
You don't need your license to do real estate, by the way.
Oh, you don't?
A lot of people do it. I mean, I see tons of people all over the place posting, hit me up if you want to buy a house, this and that.
Yeah.
It's like,
So, and here's the thing. I am licensed as a realtor, and I'm saying that you don't need your license to do real estate.
Houses?
So you can just revoke your license today, like just give it up,
and still continue what I'm doing. But when you're a realtor and you're licensed, like you're there to serve people and provide exceptional service to your clients. So it's
certain ethics and stuff you have to follow.
So I feel like I have some of that, so that's why I'm licensed.
The license is there to make them feel comfortable that you know the law.
Yeah.
That's all it is, right?
Yeah. Or you act like you know.
Did you do that towards the camera so they can see it?
I'm quotating the microphone.
So you feel comfortable breaking the law, right?
No.
Not
breaking the law.
Yeah.
Not.
No, but check it out and see what you see.
Yeah,
give me some tips too.
Yeah. It's the only reason.
Maybe if there's something you're like, actually, I want to learn a little bit more about this, and then I can throw it to the guys.
Oh, okay.
Because Albert actually does show up to that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's
the only one that matters now. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Shout out to
Albert. Might actually make money, so let's make sure we do this one.
Yeah. Shout out to Albert, man. I hope you're enjoying Yuma. Is he in Yuma right now?
He is.
Word. Shout out to
he had to drive in the rain to get there.
That's terrible, man. I was driving in the rain all day today. I know what it's like.
He should have called in.
Hey, call him up. Call Scott. Get him on speakerphone. Tell him I said hi.
We'll let them be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time. Let's call somebody. Oh, you know what? We should get these chips on the road.
There we go. Yes.
You know what?
One thing I do want to ask, Jay, if you don't mind, if we could maybe read a little bit about which sauce we're grabbing, and then there's some commentary on here. While we're doing it, you could read the don'ts.
Oh my God! Does it recommend gloves while handling?
I would imagine so.
Here's one thing I will say about this with these little guys. So I watched Catfish Cooley do these. Yeah. He did two of them.
Did he die?
He did them with his wife. His wife did one, and she had a meltdown. Now I know we eat hot sauce on a regular basis.
I don't really, but I haven't been training.
I think you do.
That's why I'm nervous because I haven't been training.
Oh, as of recently?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will say this: some of these are like mild, right?
Yeah.
There is one that is that's gonna kick your ass, but and then
is it comparable to the Dave's Insanity that we had?
It may not be that hot,
but it'll get us ready for this.
Oh yeah, no, it'll prime the jets.
Ooh, man.
Too bad you guys only have two.
Yeah, true that, man.
No, I know we didn't expect you to do anything.
Yeah,
man, all right.
I am glad that you came, though. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. He's more dedicated. He's like the Scott of our show, but he's more dedicated.
Obviously, because even Scott didn't show up this time.
Well, shout out to Scott.
Yeah. For forgetting that today was podcast day. Good job, Scott.
No, it's kind of a spur of the moment thing. This weekend, we're like, dude, let's just plan a date.
Well, here's the thing with that.
Yeah.
So me and Scott have been planning because we have a new sponsor.
Yeah.
We dropped him our last episode, which we weren't supposed to. Oops. Because the promo code's not ready.
Yeah.
But MyBookie, if you go to mybookie.ag, thank you for letting me drop that real quick, and use promo code Amigos. We started doing them, but we promised them that we would do 2 episodes while we had their slot.
Yeah.
They gave us a 2-week slot. So me and Scott already had planned this out. We had 2 weeks to go through. We actually committed to 3 for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Oh, wow.
He forgot.
What was that website again? I didn't hear it. I wasn't paying
MyBookie.ag.
MyBookie.ag.
Now, the promo code is not ready as of what is today?
The 11th?
The 11th. But this Friday, which is the 13th, right? The promo code is ready. If you guys use it, they will give you 50% of whatever you deposit.
Oh, that's great. You know what? I'm going to do all my booking with bookie.ag.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, though?
Yeah.
Can
you explain it actually?
It is an app or a website. You can bet on almost anything. Let's use the Super Bowl
bet on the coronavirus?
Possibly. I do know that you can bet on the next pope's name.
Oh, wow.
There are lines and spreads for that.
Lucifer.
I'll take that bet.
I would bet that, yeah.
I think I'm going to bet for that.
Yeah, me too.
No, but it's just a betting app, sports, essentially almost anything, and it's a lot of fun.
You mean I could bet on the Miami Dolphins?
You could. Surprisingly, you could.
I'm going to.
You can bet on the XFL.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's more of my alley.
That's cool. That's fun. That's cool to watch.
Yes, thank you for that website.
Yes, you're welcome. I didn't mean to do that whole drop either, but
I like it, man.
I had to explain the situation as to why we've committed already to 2 episodes this week. So it's not a surprise for Scott.
Yeah.
He's just an asshole right now.
So he's fully aware of mybookie.ag, where you can use the promo code.
No. I'm just saying, man.
Amigos.
You know, that commercial sounded 1,000 times better than your little 2.5-minute segment commercials where you guys had paper to read.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And that's all of our shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's all of our businesses. That's hilarious. He's like, stop doing your shit and do what you just did. Thanks, Paco, for that. No, I love it when you give us your feedback.
You know, I felt like sometimes my feedback is not wanted, but it is.
No, I want it all the time. You know, actually, I'm, and this is partly my fault, but we don't talk as much as we used to in our chat for No Please Don't and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's yeah.
People are getting busy, things like that, but
yeah. People got kids.
That's why we haven't. Yeah, people have kids, families, lives.
Yes.
Things happen. Yeah. No, but I mean, we used to be consistent in talking in there.
Yeah.
We haven't really heard from Santiago lately.
No,
that's fuck him. I mean, he's cool.
That's that's the one that really kept us together as far as in the chat.
Yeah. So now we have to do all the work.
Yeah.
So, what the fuck, Santiago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Call in right now.
Hey,
he's probably not listening.
Let's call him up, man. I'll call him up.
Call the Amigo hotline.
Yeah. Hit him up on Instagram or Facebook.
Whatever it is.
See, he's probably at work.
Let's dive into these. We'll try this friendly. Oh, no, that's habanero. We don't want to do that one. Here, this one is the mule sauce. So we get stickers from one of their promotions that they had recently. They gave bottles of hot sauce away. So
this is one of them?
Yeah, this is that one.
It looks like you enjoy that one. That one's like probably the most used out of all of them.
This one's called Mule Sauce by Sticker Mule.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Just pour it all in there.
Yep.
Just shake up the bag. Put all the sauces together.
Let me grab one of them.
Wait, you want to give it to?
No.
Got a chipper? No, I don't want to touch.
Hey Jay, why don't you be a dear and show the camera the bottle?
Hold on.
You want to Vanna White it? It's fine. They can zoom in. Who cares? You're gonna go
take it
over there with it.
Right in front of the camera so they can see it.
There you go. It zoomed in. It's good.
Rotate it all the way around so you can see it from the backside.
I like this one. It's pretty tame. It's not like crazy or anything like that.
It's a novelty hot sauce.
Novelty hot sauce. I like that.
Yeah. It's for chicks and pregnant children.
What's funny is they said their heat intensity is 4 peppers out of 5.
I'm not sure what that even means.
Yeah. No, I mean, that'd be cool, like, maybe on, like, some tacos or something, just like a little seasoning.
Yeah. Like some good street
Paco's
tacos.
already chopping out.
He's like, I'm done.
It was quite enjoyable. You know, it got more of a ketchup taste to it.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, like a spicy ketchup. Almost.
Okay.
It's because it's from Amsterdam, New York.
I thought it was a little bit more Tabasco-y, a little bit, maybe.
But much sweeter, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely sweet.
All right, so that was fun.
Yeah.
What would you give it?
Uh,
Let's give it some rankings.
On a
Out of
scale of
5?
1 to 5. That's our go-to.
Okay, you go.
I'll give that one a 2. I don't know if I would use it because it's too sweet.
It's too sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say 1. Like,
Wow.
I mean, it was all right, but yeah, like Paco said, I wouldn't really go for it again. I wouldn't. It's not that it's too hot. The flavor's just, I don't know. There's no real flavor, like nothing distinct, I would say.
Just
Okay.
the sweetness.
Yeah, it's just you taste the sweetness right off the
That's
bat.
it.
You're like ketchup.
1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would give it like a 2 or maybe a 3. It'd be a stretch.
If
3.
there's nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna hook us up with some promo free stickers, then it's a 5. But
Still a 2. Step up your hot sauce game.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not going to kiss. You know what? Yeah, I'll give him a 2.
So this one here is green chili avocado sauce. Now I'll be very honest with you. This one is not hot at all. We should
sounds
actually
Hey,
tasty.
avocados
Sounds
right up
tasty.
my alley.
Yeah. So, but this one, and this one doesn't have the little thing yet. Like none of hers does. This is actually from Arizona. Big Red's hot sauce.
oh yeah, we've had Big Reds.
Show the camera.
Remember we went to that hot sauce festival and we tried Big Reds.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Red is there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She has a really, really good barbecue sauce. Oh, you want to?
Oh, show the camera.
Show the
yeah, you're a little closer.
That's good enough.
I don't know if they got it.
Okay.
So all these hot sauces can be purchased on mybookie.ag.
No, Jay, you gotta stop plugging that, man.
Sorry.
You don't have authorization to plug that.
Our promo code's not even live yet.
Well, by the time you listen to this, it will be
Oh
live.
yeah, it will. Yeah. Ooh, a whole pool of it.
I mean, you said it's not hot. I'm trusting you.
He just throws up instantly.
Oops.
Oh my goodness.
We're destroying the second, folks.
Let's just place those to the side for now.
You're a neo-Nazi on that, dude.
I hate it, dude. It tastes good, man. It
You
tastes
hate people
really
chewing
good.
right into the mic.
I do. I give it a 4 because it's very, very delicious.
You know that it's not spicy, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where you're tasting nothing but flavor.
Yeah, it's so delicious. I mean, I would give it a 5 if it had more of a kick, honestly. But
So
yeah,
if it was spicy, so if we mixed it with one of our other sauces, you would.
yeah,
it would
Well, you gotta be careful mixing. Like you don't
Yeah.
want nastiness.
No, that's true.
dude, the flavor is definitely there. I'm gonna give it 4. It's a definite go for me, dog.
Yeah, I would say 4.
This
I
is
mean,
America's Got Talent.
I don't know that.
yeah, it's probably a 4. I mean, this almost tastes like a enchilada sauce.
Yes, yeah, like
Yeah.
a good green
Oh,
one.
I could
yeah.
see that. I would love a burrito smothered in that with
Yeah.
cheese on top,
Okay,
sour cream too.
so I have yet to try. I'm trying to think. Okay, so this one is from Southern. It's called Southern Stinger. It's Hoff sauce.
Hoff
Hot,
sauce.
it's not even
Yeah,
hot
Hoff.
sauce. It's Hoff.
Hoff sauce.
David Hasselhoff sauce.
Yeah. So this one does he even give it? Oh, so he gives it a teary-eyed. I'll be honest with you, it does not give you teary-eyed if you handle hot sauce on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So if you want to check this guy out, I'm not.
From the Fuego box.
That's where I actually got it. I got a Fuego box for Christmas.
That's cool, dude. That's cool. Go first. I think we should go like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting while Jay is doing that.
All right, I'm gonna eat away from the camera or the microphone.
Whatever, Jay. You ain't got to do that just to impress me.
You literally could that because of that microphone being as sensitive as it. You could eat in the other room and we'd still hear you.
God. Not just because you're fat. I put too much. Look, I poured too much, man.
A whole.
Don't worry, it's
pool.
not that bad. There's like a small little sting, but it's nothing like, I don't know. The flavor, I don't know. Not my cup of tea.
You don't like it?
No, I mean, I like the heat of it. You know, the heat was cool because it wasn't like overwhelming. It was just enough just to let you know that there was heat.
Yeah.
Let me put this one over there too. But yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 5, probably like I'll go for a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing too crazy, but you know, it's at least it's a hot sauce.
You could feel the heat.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll give it a 4. It's got a good kick to it. Nice heat. The flavor department is lacking just a little bit though. Just a small amount.
When you say that on like the flavor department, like what are you looking for
Like,
flavor wise with like a hot sauce? Are you looking for like distinct notes of something?
Like the last one tasted all natural. This
Yeah.
one had like a chemical taste
Yeah.
to it. If you can, I don't know if you taste that or not. It got kind of like more of a processed flavor.
So it almost like they may have made the hot sauce with extract versus
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can taste that.
mashing it with peppers or something
Yes,
like
yes.
that.
I don't know
Okay.
if you could tell that. You know the
Yeah.
process.
no, for real. I think that's the main difference between the one that tasted like a enchilada sauce versus the next one. It's like
Yeah.
the naturalness.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get to the
What do you give it?
I like it. So I think I would go like a 4.
Okay.
I mainly like it though because the heat's there.
Yeah.
It's prevalent.
Yeah.
Taste wise, I agree with Paco. It does have like a more of an extract taste, but it seems like it could pair well with a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it's more generic than it would be
Yeah.
something distinct.
Yeah, it's
that's
not
true.
too overwhelming.
Yeah, I like this.
So this next one is handcrafted friendly fire. Now I have not tried this. Supposedly it has guava and habanero in it.
Guava.
Guava, huh?
Isn't that what they put in energy drinks?
That's what they put
No,
in
that's something.
tequila.
So yeah, we'll try this one out. I'm going to take a look at it.
This one's called Friendly Fire. Oh, you already did that. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Friendly fire hot sauce. All right.
Completely ruined the audio right now.
Yeah, that's all right. It peaked out and then.
Yeah, it peaked.
Does it have to be open?
What about all those other chips that you're hoarding over there?
No, those fell on the ground.
Oh, my God. Sorry, Mr.
5-second rule.
Mr. Coronavirus.
I probably put too much, but who cares?
I care. Do you care? I care. I'm going to go ahead and give me a little dab. There you go, man.
Ooh.
Sorry.
So I'm excited for this one because I haven't tried it yet.
We'll all try it.
Ooh, shit. Ooh, shit.
It's not that hot. Taste wise, I think a lot better.
Okay.
I definitely enjoyed this one more so than the other one. And it's not too hot. Like, I don't think it's hot at all. Definitely could taste this on food, like other foods. So, just because of the taste, like in hot sauce, I don't like it to be just hot. I like the flavor.
Yeah.
So I'll give this a 4 because it's really rounded and smooth. I'll give it a 4.
It's pretty good, man. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 3. It's not as much flavor as I would expect, but it's not as much hotness as I would expect.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a little hotter because of the habanero.
I'm going to give it a 3. Habanero's just flavor, dude.
That's probably why I liked it more because it had more
More
taste
flavor,
to it.
but not as much flavor as
Almost
the
like
second one.
like a rub or something. You could put that like on some meat.
The first time I ever experienced spice, I'm originally from Wisconsin. Like,
was pepper.
You got the
yeah,
spicy cheese.
exactly. No. So, I used to work in a machine shop. This guy brought in what I thought was a jalapeno pepper, but it was actually a habanero. And I'm like, oh, that's not spicy. Knowing that I've never really had anything, I'm just being cocky and dumb. He's like, go ahead, have it.
Pull the Scott.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, go ahead. Here, have it. Haven't had anything to eat that day. You know, nothing, anything. Yeah. I took the whole fucking thing like an hour. Just ate it.
Oh my god!
I stood in front of a fan for like 2 hours.
Oh
it was so unbearable.
Tripping, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been tripping off of
hot sauce. Yeah.
It's a
Euphoria.
good high.
Dude, that Euphoria is
It's like a Percocet high.
you chase it sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like you would chase something else.
Yeah, it makes you feel really like
Like
real
Pokemon?
good.
Yeah. Pokemon?
Like your tongue hurts, but you feel like this. I don't know.
So this next one, before we get to the gummy bears, which are going to kill me and Paco. You're stretching? Okay. This next one is Big Red's hot sauce. Now, I have kind of talked a little bit of shit on this one. This one is going to put a fucking good notch in the belt.
Yeah.
I feel it does. Every time I eat this thing fucks me up. So,
yeah.
Three Kings sauce. So this sauce itself has, they call it Three Kings for a reason. The Ghost, Scorpion, and the Reaper are all in this sauce.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Now, Big Red, they do a mash, so that is not the chemically flavor. So,
that's what it is.
So it's going to taste better.
Look at it.
Three Kings.
Yeah, grab a chip.
All right, man. You think we should take a short break before we do the...
Well, we're live, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Well, I mean, we could talk. We could talk about something before we
if I could
ramp up into it.
Swap out the gummy.
Oh,
I'm joking.
All right, I got to be a little more careful with this one.
I did that off camera.
Yeah. So we just got to act. Shakespeare.
Oh, my goodness.
Shakespeare.
I'm nervous.
Just a whole pool.
Don't.
A whole pool.
I'm not Scott.
Oh, my God. That's a lot.
You see how thick it is, too?
Yeah.
Like, that's how you can tell, like, it's like a mash.
Yeah, when it's like thick. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know
What? I'm scared to eat this.
Away. Okay, just a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, that is thick.
Well, definitely the flavor's a lot better
Yeah.
than like the other one that I don't know which one. Was it the Fuego box? Yeah, definitely the flavor's better. The heat starts creeping up on you, so it's creeping up still right now. It's not like crazy hot. Oh. I don't know how to give this to you. Okay. It's not crazy hot. It's still building in intensity right now, but the flavor was good. I mean, if I'm gonna burn my taste buds,
that is flavorful, man.
yeah. If I'm gonna burn my taste buds, I want to have an enjoyable experience as well.
Big Reds is here in Arizona, so
Oh,
that's,
Hey, shout out to Big Reds, man. Are they the same ones that make the second one we tried?
Yep.
See?
Yeah,
That's
it's
fire,
the
man.
flavor.
Yeah. I'm going to give this one a 5.
Yeah,
It's definitely there.
Yeah.
My nose is runny.
I'll say 5
It's
too.
hot, but it's a good. It's not like a, oh, my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's a nice 5 because the heat and the flavor like coupled together as a pair. It's not like it's all heat, which I hate because like I don't really like Tabasco sauce just because I don't really like the flavor of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just hot, like so
I
it's
can
not
only-
enjoyable.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of the red Tabasco, but the green Tabasco, for some reason, it's I don't know if maybe they like put a little lime in it, maybe something.
Yeah, this one's hot, but it doesn't have that
Oh, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
chemical extract flavor that the other one did.
Yeah, that one's a 5 for sure.
Well, for those of you in Arizona, if you end up heading to the farmers market downtown Chandler, they're there every Sunday.
The open air market.
Yeah, the open air market. My tongue is messed up right now.
I didn't want to say nothing if you guys weren't, but yeah,
I'm good. I mean, I can feel it, but it's not that bad.
No, it's not that it's terrible. It's just my tongue.
Yeah,
Like, it stings.
It's like an annoying sting.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going away. My nose is a little bit runny from it, but that goes with any kind of hot sauce.
Yeah.
This would be bomb in some menudo, man. Just
Yeah.
man,
Scooping it.
I love menudo with hot sauce, man.
Have you guys had any hot sauces that you can think of recently that are good?
No, I had some garbage ones. It's like I forgot what it's called, but it's real chemical. Ugh. It was like called the something big lip something. I forgot.
I still have the hot sauce from when we were in Somerton.
Oh, that sauce is
I
good.
won't touch that anymore.
It's good though.
No, every time it just messes my insides up. I can't eat too much.
Yeah.
You can totally tell it's straight from Mexico.
Yeah.
Is it refrigerated? I mean,
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was gonna say that it should be, but maybe you didn't refrigerate it until you got here. I don't know.
No. I mean it. Well, maybe. No, but even though when we had it that day, because I bought it from the store that day, it still messed me up.
I ate like 2 spoonfuls of sour cream. My stomach was all right. It was all right. Nothing happened.
You had sour cream on your tamale.
And I ate a spoonful of sour
and
cream.
You did.
Yeah.
Which that was kind of gross, but
It was good.
I kind of would do it too.
Yeah, just to help with the flavor.
No, man. You know, that sour cream almost tore our network apart.
It did.
And that's the real reason we didn't talk to each other.
That's probably why Santiago won't talk to us anymore.
Yeah, he told me
Because
I
he
was
witnessed
dead
it
to him.
live.
Yeah, he
Yes.
said, Paco, you're dead to me. Something, I forget what he says.
Well, no, because when we first got to Tamale Festival, he said he was going to drink with us. He was going to outdrink us under the table,
Tamale eating
all this stuff,
contest.
everything. And then all of a sudden he didn't feel good, and then he watched Paco eat sour cream and definitely stopped talking to everybody.
Yeah, you know, I was offended. He was like, yeah, I'm going to go up there.
You guys should have stayed though, dude. Like there was a huge party.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just didn't like Somerton.
No, I know. Well, you didn't like Somerton going into it.
No, I was talking,
We got pretty messed up after you guys left. We got pretty drunk.
Who's pretty? Albert? Is that what you call him? Pretty?
Yeah.
You got pretty messed up.
All-
Pretty got messed
later.
up.
Well, you know what was funny? What was funny is he got pretty drunk,
Yeah.
and then he disappeared for like 2 hours, and then came back. And we're like, "Where the hell did you go?"
He
He's
had like
"Oh."
grass on his face.
He was like, no, I was over at my uncle's house around the corner. I'm like, you didn't want to fucking invite nobody? Like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
that's
I was just
messed up.
drinking more over there.
He was. He
Oh,
was
wow.
drinking more over there. And then afterwards, we went back to the casino. We were drinking there. It was a crazy night that night.
Ah, wow. That sounds fun, but you know how it is, man. We didn't have no
Babysitter.
lodging.
Oh. Well, we told you what was going on.
Are we going to do this now?
Are you ready or not?
No. I'm never going to be ready.
All right,
Let's
well,
just open it.
Okay, well, let's read the box.
yes.
Read
If you
the
could do
box.
that for us as we are about to engulf this little nitro.
Okay, so
I'm going to die.
I'm scared.
So there's
Hey,
a
can
warning.
You get those ready for us, actually? I don't care
Yeah,
if
hold
I'm
on, hold on,
lactose intolerant.
Are you lactose intolerant?
Yes, but I mean, I'm going to need it. Is there like a 2% or is
Oh, nice.
just give me the key.
This
for
is a
the-
good episode, though. Like, we
Yeah.
went into quite a bit.
It's because we're friends. Look, just give me the key to the restroom,
all right.
just in case anything happens.
So this product is extremely spicy and has the potential to cause skin and or mouth irritation.
So yeah, you should handle with gloves.
Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear, is intended for adults only and should be kept out of the reach of children and pets. Little Nitro is not to be consumed by those with any heart or respiratory conditions. Consume at your own risk.
Oh my God, everybody!
Oh, dude, you better like actually.
There's a little bit more on here. So it
I
says
didn't know there was a whole seal. I haven't drank these milks. In a
Little
long time.
Nitro, though, world's hottest gummy bear. Consumer beware. This is not your ordinary gummy bear. From Flamethrower Candy Company comes the next experience for those who seek that heat. Little Nitro has been infused with our signature 9 million Scoville unit chili extract, making him
So it's chemical.
Yes, 9,000 times more hotter than a jalapeno pepper. Do you dare this fiery gummy bear? That doesn't make sense. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So it's
I have to
supposed
go
to be
pee.
really hot.
Can I go pee before we do this?
Go for it,
I'm
dude.
scared, man.
Go.
Go.
All right.
Go. Me and Joe keep it going. Yeah.
So he's gonna keep the door unlocked, ready to go, so he can just.
Yeah, he's running right now. He's not even going to come back. He
All of a sudden, you
took
hear the
off for
car
day.
turning on.
This is really going to hurt. I don't think it's going to hurt that much in
Going
when we're
in?
eating it,
Yeah.
but like going down and in the stomach, it's because it's a gummy bear. You know, gummy bears don't digest as quickly as.
Yeah, it's gonna leave lasting effects.
Oh, dude. It's
And then
gonna
with
hurt
Paco
so
being
bad.
lactose, I mean that's probably gonna screw everything
Screw
up.
up. Oh, I should have asked first before I bought those. Dang it.
Well, it's all right.
It's
gonna,
whole milk too. It's not even like
Yeah.
skim milk, so it's gonna mess him up.
time is it?
It is time for the show to
6:30.
end. And cut.
we don't even eat them. It's just all that build up for nothing.
Everybody's like, what the fuck?
That's the worst. So yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. I think I can handle. I think hot stuff pretty well. I think. But I'm not really.
It seemed like you're fine with what we just tried with all the hot sauces.
Yeah.
But
I'm just not really into like getting extreme hot. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it has to taste good, and that's really the thing.
You gotta have flavor behind it.
Yeah, because if it's just hot to be hot, it's nasty.
Out of the 5 that we tried here, did you have any favorites out of those?
The hottest one was my favorite.
Okay.
Like as far as being an overall
Flavor
experience, yes.
With heat, okay.
And then the green one was my second favorite, really close, just because it wasn't really hot, but it had a good flavor.
Yeah.
So in terms of hot sauce, because of the hot flavor combination, the hottest one at the end. But if it wasn't a hot sauce, just the flavor would be the green one.
Nice.
Yeah. That first one seemed very generic, the sticker meal one.
Yeah.
And then the other one tasted chemically, and even the other one that's next to that, it had a decent flavor, but I think it was chemically as well. It just wasn't really, it wasn't as, I don't know, full, I guess is the right word, yeah.
It does seem like, even when you look at the bottle, it seems kind of watered down,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, so exactly. So, but the thicker ones were the ones that had the best flavor.
Yeah.
So,
which are both big reds.
Yes,
so
big reds.
Arizona knows how to do hot sauce.
Exactly, man. That's us. That's like half of our food has to have at least hot sauce on it somewhere or another.
I ended up putting it on almost everything. Like, it's ridiculous what I put hot sauce on. And then there'll be I need to cool off and not do that for a while because it's just too much hot sauce all the time. So there'll be weeks where I'm all I want to put hot sauce, but I can't.
And
there he is.
And things taste bland for a while. It's you have to get you
you're like, where's the flavor?
All right, let's
wish
you guys luck.
Here
I
we
just
go.
didn't want to pee in my pants. Hey, I seen some dude in your old studio. Should I tell him to leave or?
No, someone rented it out already.
Oh, right.
Are you ready for this or what?
No.
All right.
Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear.
Just be careful with handling it.
I'm just gonna go like this. Look.
Here,
exactly.
why don't you use this to grab it? I'll rip this off.
No.
Here.
Just pop it in your mouth.
Use that
dog.
to grab it.
I can just go like that.
And it's not even. It's
Here, use this to grab it.
No, it's
okay. No one wants my suggestions.
Yeah, get out of my face, Jay. What
right.
did you guys say when I was gone?
We're just making fun of you.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, before you do that, did you have a favorite out of the 5 that we tried?
Number 2 was the most flavorful, dude. I could put that on anything.
The avocado one.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what. Okay. Here we go.
Ready? Cheers, man.
Cheers.
This could be the end of Paco and Marcus as we know them.
1.
Both podcasts gone today.
No, I'm still around to do my podcast.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
He's all hesitating.
It's hard.
That'd be funny.
Yeah,
That'd be funny if, when Marcus threw in his mouth, it went in his throat and got caught. He started choking, and then it's all hot. So, what's the initial reaction?
It's like a gummy bear.
Oh,
God.
It doesn't taste good.
So there is spice there. It's inside. It's inside.
Yeah.
As soon as I started tasting the spice, though, I swallowed it.
Yeah.
And it went down. Oh, man.
You gotta barf. You're gonna need to do that off the camera.
Wow. No. I don't like life. Life is not as good as it was made out to be.
So.
Oh, God. You know what? Whew. Bro, what do we do?
There's been no talking ever since this started hitting. Both of them look very, very much like they're gonna die.
If I got to throw up, what do I throw up? In this hole?
Run to the bathroom if you have to.
Well, what's that tub over there?
No, it's not good.
There's all of our Tamale Festival stuff is in there.
Okay.
So it's hot. Yeah. It's hot as...
No, I can smell it.
My eyes are... look at my eyes, dog.
He's crying right now. Yeah, both eyes are starting to water up.
It's the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
There's
You
sweat.
ever had a death nut?
No.
He's like, that's a move I can show you later.
Show me later.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to carry the show.
Yeah. So.
I'm trying to let it burn.
Yeah.
Without drinking the milk or anything like that.
Like an STD.
Yep. Herpes.
So yeah, well, we're here live and direct, watching two grown men react to this deadly coronavirus laced gummy.
Right.
Is that what it is?
Dude, the milk makes your tongue more sensitive.
So
you got any cold water?
Cold water? You got water here, though?
Fridge out there.
I'm gonna go grab it for you guys.
No.
Thank you.
Oh God.
Real nitro has been infused with the signature 9 million Scoville units.
Signature, man. I'm going off of that. I didn't know gummy bears could be so hot. I was deceived. I've had nothing but great experiences with gummy bears up to this point. I just want
I
to
actually
say,
ate gummy bears before I came here today.
just to prepare yourself, I just want to say shout out to the gummy bears that don't hurt people.
This is like a killer gummy bear that just like almost like a robot chicken gummy bear, like coming through and like killing.
You know, I'd watch hot reaction videos and I'd be like, "Oh, these fools is tripping." They're not tripping.
You think it's fake, huh?
No, sometimes.
Some of them I do. Anything that has to deal with ramen, I think they're faking it.
Yeah.
That water doesn't help. I think I was doing better without it. I don't think anything helps.
I think it's fine.
I think it's better without it.
Really?
No, it's very hot, dude. I chewed it until I got all the stuff out and I swallowed it. When you said when I started to feel it here, I swallowed it. I'm like, oh no, I'm still chewing it. I should have done that.
It's not too late.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it burns, dude.
Yeah.
I feel good though.
Just wait until you get the stomach cramps. That's where it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, well, I'll go grab some stuff from the store if you need it before we leave.
Pepto.
So.
No, I feel better now. It's hot though, dude.
Yeah, my mouth is like on fire.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell just your guys' whole demeanor's changed. It's like it was a good show. Everything like was going great, and then all of a sudden this happened, and then it almost like had to pause the whole show just because.
Yeah.
Paco just started to throw up random gang signs. It's the hallucination factor.
Dude, I feel good though, dude. I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel good, but dude, it burns.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing that we should try to do is do some after videos. Maybe not do live or anything like that, but like record yourself or have someone record you. Just in case, because from my experience with the Death Nut, now is not the bad time. It's a couple hours from now is where it starts to suck.
It hurts right now pretty bad.
Yeah. It'll go away, though.
Yeah, it's starting to go away.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I feel like I'm sweating pretty bad just because it's hot in here, but.
Yeah.
You shut your mouth! Yeah, there's no room to talk. God, dude, my tongue really hurts.
Did you cut your tongue before you came here like last time?
No, it like, I ruined it, my tongue somehow. It feels like it got cuts on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's from eating all that hot sauce all those times before.
Yeah, no. I feel good, though.
Yeah.
It's not in the morning. It's not hot.
I'm getting like body buildup temperature. Like I'll cool down for
Yeah.
a minute, and then now it's coming back again.
Like I feel nervous for you guys. It's like.
No, I feel good, man. It's no hot. It's like a gummy bear. It's candy.
No, I want to talk shit because I know what's gonna happen later.
Yeah.
But like I feel fine right now,
Yeah.
and I regret that I just said that.
I almost threw up.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's not that hot.
No, but just the flavor is like, ugh.
It was a hard gummy bear too, which
Dude,
I don't like. That's how hard gummy bears are. I don't like that.
Yeah. It's probably been sitting there for a while. I don't know. I'm playing with that.
I've had them for a couple weeks.
Yeah, they sell out regularly.
Because stupid people like A and B here
A and B.
just try them.
I am a little bit there. But, yep.
All right, so
And Paco's going to go to sleep.
I'll be yawning. Trying to take air in.
you want me to drive home?
No,
And I'll come back and get the gun.
I don't want you to drive.
All right.
So what, we're done here?
Yep.
Hey, guys, make sure you check out Yeah About That, the podcast. It's my podcast. It's my brother's podcast. It's my cousin's podcast. It's my cousin's son's podcast. You guys check it out.
Yeah, about that.
Shout out to all the real homies. You know who you are.
Yep. Independent podcasters, that's for sure. Make sure you guys like, subscribe.
Yep.
All that fun stuff. A little housekeeping. If you checked out our Keep It Brian Safe episode, I had to re-upload the audio because I uploaded the wrong one. So go back and listen to that episode. It's a completely different show.
Also, check out mybookie.ag with promo code Amigos.
Yo, shout out to Scott.
Don't use it until Friday the 13th
Friday the 13th.
Shout out to Scott and
Albert.
for showing up on time.
And Paco and Jay. Santiago, where are you? Oh,
Right? He didn't even chime in at all.
No.
He used to be a fan favorite.
I know, man. Well, a fan favorite, yeah.